Hey y'all, today I'm going to be doing another Top 5 Wednesday video. This series was created by Lainey over at Ginger Reads Lainey, and I will leave a link down in the description to her channel as well as to the Goodreads group. This week's topic is books that you wanted to start yesterday, and when I was thinking about my choices for this week, I actually had next week's topic in mind, so I'm basically improvising all of this. And because there are so many books that I'm really excited about reading, I'm going to limit it to books that have already been published and books that I own. So books that have not been released yet or that I have not purchased cannot be included on this list. It's just books that I own. Coming in at number 5 on my list is The Brook by Daniel O'Malley. I've talked about this book a couple times, but basically after I read Ready Player One, I went on this website that kind of suggests books to you based off of a book that you've read, and I put in Ready Player One because I was trying to find books that were similar to it, and I came up with this book. This is a fantasy dystopian novel set in a dystopian London. So yeah, as I've said many times, fantasy and dystopians combined is like my favorite thing ever, and it sounds really fast-paced and exciting, and the sequel comes out in July, I think. So yeah, I really want to read this so badly. Number 4 on my list is The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss, which is the second book in the Kingkiller Chronicle. Back in January, I read and loved The Name of the Wind, which was the first book in this trilogy, and I cannot wait to see what happens in this one. My original plan was to go straight from book 1 to book 2, however, because of my TBR challenge and some other things, I ended up not continuing on to this right afterward. And I want to get to it as soon as possible because I know that the longer I wait between the two books, the more I'm going to forget. But this is just such a massive book. It is exactly 1,000 pages. The copy I have is 1,000 pages. And so as excited as I am to get to this, I'm also a little hesitant because it's so huge and will be such a time commitment. So I think I'm probably going to get to it sometime during the summer when I have a lot of free time and can buckle down and read this in a fairly short time period. So yeah, I loved the first book and I can't wait to see what happens in this one. Number 3 on my list is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I was obsessed with this book from the second I heard the premise and saw the cover, because not only does this sound amazing, but it also looks absolutely beautiful. Once again, this is a fantasy dystopian set in London. Do you see a pattern here? I like fantasy dystopians in London. I like fantasy dystopians in general. I also like London. Anyway, and it's also the first in a series, and I love series, and I'm so excited about this book, and if I didn't have so many books on my TBR ahead of it, then I would just dive right into this. It sounds so great. Number 2 on my list is The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, which is book 1 in the Mistborn trilogy. Honestly, I could make this list just Brandon Sanderson books because I really want to get to every single one of his books. However, this is the one that I most want to get to. Lately, a lot of people have been reading this trilogy because of the multiple read-alongs going on for it, and everyone seems to absolutely love it, and I just can't wait to get into it. I haven't read any of Brandon Sanderson's books yet, but I have watched several of his lectures on writing, and he seems like such a cool dude, and I feel like his books are going to be amazing, especially since everyone says that his books are amazing, so yeah. I cannot wait to get into this. And the number 1 book that I wanted to start yesterday is, of course, The Mime Order by Samantha Shannon. I've been talking about how much I want to read this book for like 3 months now, and I still haven't read it, and it is just a disgrace. However, that will hopefully change very soon because I am still in the process of rereading The Bone Season, but I have started reading it at a faster pace now, and I will hopefully be getting to The Mime Order very soon, which I'm so excited about because I love The Bone Season and I can't wait to see how amazing The Mime Order is. So those are the 5 books that I wanted to get to yesterday. Let me know down in the comments what books you are most excited about reading. As always, I will leave links down in the description to my blog, my Twitter, and my Goodreads. Please add me as a friend on Goodreads. I would love to be friends with all of you. Like, comment, and subscribe, all that jazz. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!